what does success look like? Like, what are expectations?
So if you understand your audience, you understand it well. I'm not talking about demographics. You understand who you're trying to attract and you understand them well. And you can understand then probably how many people is this about, right? Um, I wouldn't know. So say if it's 1,000, right? And 1,000 is okay for an audience as long as it's 1,000 of the right people, right? So you have 1,000 people. Do you actually get them to pay attention? Do they care? Are they sharing it with people, right?
All
Because
right.
like in Libsyn or Captivate, they actually give you downloads. Podcast measurements are still a little bit audio podcast measurements are still a little bit vague and it's not really clear.
How do we convince the, someone else, the person holding the purse strings, that what to expect? So where do we start?
So first off, to answer that is one important thing is a test and learn approach. Honestly, like you're not in media. If you're not in media or you don't have a media background, you're not going to know how to build a show that your audience you may get a little off, right? So you could
Yeah.
do a test and learn. You learn what worked, what didn't work, tweak it. Now, if you have a good production process that's flexible, you can tweak it. So I would say for if you want to get approval, I would say let's just do a 10 episode pilot, right? Like of the show, see how it works, right? And if you do that, you can say this is the metrics we want. So when I did my research of the audience, and I talked to I don't know 30 of them, 40 of them, whatever you do for your research. They said that this show would be great. I think we can get an audience of say 3 to 500, or 2 to 500, or 2 to 100, 2 to 300, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So you know the audience. Say, look, the audience is this size, but these are people who actually can add to our bottom line. Maybe they become partners, they become clients, whatever it may be, right? And so I
Right.
know that these are really high value targets and audience members to get. So the benchmark is, and also to say, by the way, we're starting a new show. So maybe for the first 3 episodes, we may get 0 downloads, right? So the thing is, let's do a 10 episode, the 10 episode pilot. Let's see if we actually do get some downloads from it and they increase. And you know what? The target is, there's 500 people that are these people, right? Let's see how many of that we can get.
So I like the idea of a 10 episode pilot.
Yeah.
So is that kind of your approach, like the test and
Yeah.
learn, like for the first 10 episodes, you're just like, is this the right host? Is this the right length?